Welcome to adaptive filtering topic. First, we will see the introduction to filters. In linear filters, the filter output is a linear function of the filter input. There are different design methods are available. First one is the classical approach. Here, we are going to design the frequency selective filters such as low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, band stop filter, notch filter, etc. In optimal filter design, the aim of optimal filter design is to minimize the mean square value of the error signal. A filter is said to be optimal if it is designed with some knowledge about the input data. Example for this optimal filter design is Wiener filter design, Kalman filter design, like that. Here we want to know some information about the input. If such information is not available, we are going with adaptive filters. Actually, the signal or noise characteristics are often non-stationary. That is, it is not stable. And the statistical parameters are varying with respect to time. So we are going to consider these parameters in adaptive filter. An adaptive filter has an adaptive algorithm which will vary the filter transfer function based on the environment condition. Also, based on the actual signals received, the adaptive filter attempts to find the optimal filter design. That is, it will try to minimize the error between the input and the desired signal. Now we will see the basic operation of this adaptive filter. The basic operation involves a filtering process. In filtering process, it produces an output in response to the given input signal. Next is an adaptation process. Here, the adaptive filter will adjust the filter parameters. That is, that filter transfer function is altered based on the environment, that is based on the time varying conditions, so that the average or mean value of the error signal is minimized, which is considered as a optimization criterion. This is the schematic of the adaptive filter. Here x of n is an input signal and this linear filter produces a linear output, which is y of n, and here in this case this is the desired output we want. So this will find the difference between the desired output and the actual output, which produces an error. The aim of this adaptive filter is we have to reduce this error to a minimum value. So which is given to the adaptive algorithm. So based on the adaptive algorithm, which will alter the transfer function of the linear filter so that the mean square error can be reduced. So the adaptive filter estimates the output signal y of n of the filter and it compares with the desired signal d of n. By observing the error e of n, the adaptive algorithm updates the filter coefficients, that is the transfer function is altered, with the aim of reducing the objective function e of n, that is the mean square error must be minimized. Error e of n, it is the difference between the desired input d of n and the actual output y of n. This is the direct form realization of adaptive FER filter. This is the FER filter. X of n is the input given to the FER filter. Here it produces an output y of n. D of n is the desired output we want. So this will produce the difference between the expected output and the actual output. So based on the error function, this adaptive algorithm will adjust the weight of this FER filter so that this error can be minimized. So we'll get a better performance. So in direct form adaptive FER filter, the output of a filter, it is obtained as a linear combination of filter coefficients with the present and the past input samples. The filter coefficients or the weights of the filter are periodically updated by the adapting algorithm based on the error function. FER filters are popularly used in the design of adaptive filters, even though we can use IR filters, just because FER filter, it is a stable filter, it is a simple filter, and also it will converge faster. FER filter has only zeros, adjustable zeros, but when you are going for IR filter, it is having poles as well as zeros. There are different adaptive algorithms available. Each algorithms are having different cost functions. Least mean square algorithm, that is LMS algorithm, cost function is considered as mean square error. So the aim of this algorithm, it is to reduce the mean square error. The next one is steepest descent algorithm. Here it moves towards the minimum of the error surface to get the minimum gradient of the error surface estimated at every iteration. So here the cost function is to get a minimum gradient descent. The next one is the recursive least squares algorithm. Here it will recursively find the coefficients that minimize a weighted linear least squares cost function relating to the input signals. So here what is the cost function is a weighted linear least squares. Adaptive filter is used in different applications. It is used for system identification. Suppose if we don't know what is the function of the system, we can identify that with the help of the adaptive filter. Then for encoding the speech as well as images, the CFA filter can be used. Then for channel equalization, we can use this adaptive filter. So this equalization technique is actually used to rectify this intersymbol interference problem. Equalization, it will adjust the balance between the frequency components within an electronic signal. Next, for noise cancellation also we can use this adaptive filter. In the environment we are having noise with the signal, so we can remove the noise with the help of this adaptive filter. Next we are going to see about adaptive linear prediction. The purpose of adaptive linear prediction is to use the adaptive filter to estimate the future values of a signal based on the past values of the signal. Adaptive linear prediction, it is useful in speech and image compression techniques. For example, in linear predictive coding, we are using this adaptive linear prediction. Here we can see the adaptive forward linear prediction system. Here S of n is the input to the system. Input is given to the delay element, so X of n is the delayed version of the input S of n. And Y of n is the output of the adaptive filter. So the adaptive linear prediction system calculates the difference between the input signal S of n and the delayed version of the input, which is given to the adaptive filter. That output is Y of n. So it will find the difference between S of n and Y of n, which produces an error signal E of n. The system, it will iteratively adjust the coefficients of the adaptive filter to minimize this E of n. The power of E of n, this E of n, reaches a minimum value. The adaptive filter can predict the future values of the time series based on the past values. So the aim of this linear prediction algorithm, it is used to predict the future values based on the past input samples. The linear predictive coding or the LPC methods, actually it will provide accurate estimates of the speech parameters, and also it will be doing it efficiently. In linear prediction, the current speech sample can be closely approximated as a linear combination of past input samples. There are different applications of this LPC methods. So for coding the speech, for transmitting via the transmission media, we are using this linear predictive coding methods. And also for generating the speech, that is for speech synthesis, we are using this linear predictive coding. And for identifying the speech, that is for recognizing the speech, also we are using this linear predictive coding. For speaker recognition and verification of the speaker, this linear predictive coding can be used. And also this linear predictive coding can be used for speech storage. So there are different applications out there for linear predictive coding. Thank you for watching this video.